Hello. Come on. Good boy. What do you want? What do you want, Snowy? What do you want? Okay. What do you want? You don't want it. It's good boy, Snowy. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you, Snow puppy. Where are you going? Friends गेले तुझे घरी? हाँ, Snow? Hello. Hi, Snowy. Hello. You look cute, boys. Hello, Shipopuji, Chotu Shipopuji. What's your tag now? What's your collar on? Oh, Snow boy. Come here, good boy. Come here. Come inside. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Come. It's okay. There's no one. Come here. Oh my God. Good boy. Good boy. Hi, my good boy. He's such a good boy. He's very good boy. Snowy. Oh, yeah, babies. Snow puppies. Hello, my babies. Where are you going? Food is getting ready. You have to wait. It's not ready yet. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hello.
Look at my babies, snuggled up being babies. We got a little baby and we got a littler baby. Both babies. Both babies. Snowy and Carmela, my best friends. Mommy. Snowy's first Christmas gift. What's in there, Snow Snow? Wow! Oh my goodness, Snow Snow. Snow Snow, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Snow. Snow Snow. Snow, you're such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Look at you, he's so handsome. Mouse. Snow Snow, high five. Good job. High five. High five. Good job.